Now we're going to talk about compound interest. And compound interest is where the interest that we make then is added to the balance, and we make interest on that interest during the next payment period. So let me just give you a quick example of what I mean by that. Suppose we have $100 invested at 10% interest. Okay, just to keep it simple. All right, so if we start at $100, then we start with 100, so start, okay, and then after 1 year, we get 10% of that, which is $10. So then we're at $110, okay. For the next year, though, we're going to get 10% of this amount right here. So 10% of $110 is actually $11. And so to add $11 to this, we then get $121. Okay, and you can see that, well, this first year we got $10, the next year we got $11, and it just goes up from there. Okay, so the amount of interest that we're getting increases. And so compound interest is very, very powerful. This is the formula that we're going to be using. So let's talk about the different pieces. Here we've got P sub n. This represents the amount of money that we have in the account after n years. Okay. Here we've got P naught, or P sub 0. This is the initial amount. This is the principal. Okay, so this is the first amount that's invested. Then we have 1 plus R is the interest rate, the annual interest rate. K is the number of times that we're compounding per year. So for example, if we were compounding monthly, K would be 12, because that's 12 times per year. Or if we're compounding quarterly, that means every quarter, so 4 times per year. Okay, so that's what K is. And then N is the number of years that pass. Okay, and then again, K is the number of times compounded per year. So this is the formula that we're going to use. Let's look at an example of compound interest. A certificate of deposit, or CD, is a savings instrument that many banks offer. It usually gives a higher interest rate, but you cannot access your investment for a specified length of time. So you put your money in, and you're not allowed to touch that money until the term is up. Okay, and because of that, they'll give you a higher rate because your money is locked in. So suppose you deposit $3,000 in a CD paying 6% interest compounded monthly. How much will you have in the account after 20 years? So let's go to our formula again. Our formula that we're using is P sub n equals P naught times 1 plus R over K to the n times K. So let's find out which of these we can identify. So let's just go through and identify all the different things that are mentioned. Suppose you deposit $3,000. That is P naught. Okay, that's this P naught right here. So P naught equals 3,000. Okay, next, it's in a CD paying 6% interest. Okay, so that's our annual interest rate. That's R. So R is equal to 6%, or as a decimal, 0.06. Okay, then we're told that it's compounded monthly. Okay, compounded monthly, that's where this K comes in, that shows up in those two places. K is the number of times compounded per year. So that tells me that K is equal to 12 because it's compounded 12 times per year. And then finally, how much will you have in the account after 20 years? And that's N. Okay, so N is 20. All right, now we are ready to just plug everything in. So P sub n, that's what we're looking for. So P sub 20, after 20 years, we have P naught is 3,000 times 1 plus R is 0.06 over K, which is 12, to the N, which is 20, times K, which is 12. And now we can go ahead and plug this into our calculator. So we've got 3,000 times 1 plus 0.06 over 12 raised to the 20 times 12. And we get 9,930 and 61 cents. We're always going to round our numbers here to the nearest cent because we're talking about money. So this equals 9,930 and 61 cents.